Hi everyone, welcome back. Welcome to the next session. In this session, we are going to talk about X's in XPath. So let's start with what are X's. X's in XPath points to the XPath processor to the direction in which it should navigate in the hierarchy of the HTML code. So what does it mean? See, till now, whenever we have written any XPath, we were always using single slash and double slash to access the parent, to access the child, right? Either it is the immediate child or some child. So we were using single slash for accessing the immediate child, whereas we were using double slash to access the any child. Now, what if I want to change this direction? Instead of parent-child relation, I want to see two siblings. Sibling means two nodes at the same level. Or rather, I want to go up. I want instead of accessing the child of a parent, I want to access parent of a child. So how can you do that? Those you can do using these X's, and that's what it mentions, that it tells the XPath processor the direction in which it should go, whether to access the siblings or whether to access the parent. This is what it tells it, right? When we talk about the basic syntax of an XPath, so this is an basic syntax of an X's. First write the HTML code, the uniquely identifying HTML code. After that, put a double slash, then name of the X's, and then double colon the HTML tag which you are looking for. Right? Let's see certain examples, then you'll be able to understand it better. So before that, let's first see how many types of X's we have. So we have these are frequently used X's in XPath. So those are ancestor. Ancestor is when you have to select an ancestor, I mean the forefather of any node. Then we have following, something which comes after, preceding, something which comes before, following sibling, something which is a sibling and comes after, preceding sibling, it's like a sibling which comes before, and parent is the immediate parent. Let's see with examples. So I'll go to that again, the Guru 99 application, and here I'll just have clicked on these text box and clicked outside without filling in anything. So it is showing me these two messages. One is user ID must not be blank, and second is password must not be blank, right? So let's see when these messages are printed, how they are coming in the HTML code. So here I've selected this user ID must not be blank, and it is coming as a label. So if you see, this label is an immediate child of a TD, which also has another child called input. Okay. Now, if you see here, this label has an ID, so I can directly use an ID to identify it. But just consider an example that it does not have an ID, and then you have to search this. So what will you do? You'll not have any other option, right? So what we will do in that case is we'll use the concept of dynamic XPath here, where first we are going to identify this input tag, and then with respect to that, we'll reach to its sibling. So let's do that. So first I'll identify uniquely this input tag, which has this name attribute, and the value of name is UID. Right? So I reached this input tag. Now, next step is I'll say double slash. Now this label is a sibling because they both are child of same parent, and also it is coming after it. So I'll say following hyphen sibling. Okay, and then I'll say double slash label. So you can see when I put this, we reach to the desired label. So this is an example of following sibling, right? Where I search for that input tag uniquely, and then with respect to that, we reach to its one of the sibling. And this is basically the simple syntax which I showed you in some time before. So this is an example of one of the X's. Let's see one more example. So let's say now I want to, I am here at the label, and with respect to this label, I want to reach to this input. So what you can do, say for example, here I say /label, right, which has this ID at ID equal to message 23, let's say, right? I reach to this label. Now with this respect to this label, I want to go to this input. So I'll say /preceding hyphen sibling, right? And then double colon and input. So you can see you will reach to the preceding sibling of this label, which is input tag, right? Like this, you can use the preceding and the following siblings. Okay, so we have covered two types of access here, following sibling and preceding sibling. Let's talk about the parent. So parent is nothing but when you want to reach to one of its parents. So I'll say parent double colon TD. So you will reach to the parent of this label. Okay. So just remember that we have two X's here. One is ancestor and second is parent. So parent is when you want to reach to the immediate one, right? If you want, let's say, if you don't want to reach to this TD, rather you want to reach to parent of this TD, then if you directly say TR, it will not give you anything. If you change this parent to ancestor, here you can see I reach to that TR. So ancestor is any parent, whereas parent is the immediate parent, right? So these are two X's, one is ancestor, second is parent. Now we are left with only two, one is following and second is preceding. So let's talk about following and preceding. So I'll again go back to that same page. So here when I was writing about, let's say, preceding sibling here, so preceding hyphen sibling, and then I search for the input tag, right? So I reach here. Now okay, with preceding it will not work. Let me just open the following one. Yeah, so when I'm saying following sibling label, it is giving me only one because this is the only sibling it has. Now if I just remove this word sibling and I just keep following, you will see that there are two elements which are coming now. So why this? Because after this input tag there are two siblings, one is this and second one is this. So two siblings are coming, two elements are coming, one is this label and second is this label. So that's the difference between following sibling and only following. Following sibling makes, like, it searches for only those elements which are siblings, whereas following searches for all those elements which comes after this input, right? Similarly, we have the one for preceding also. Like we can take one example. If let's say here I take this second password, this one. So I'll say /label. In the square bracket, I say at ID equal to message 18. Now here you can see I reached this right now. If I say /preceding and I say double colon input, you can see now it is giving you again two elements because there are two input type of tags which comes before this label, right? So that's the difference between preceding sibling and preceding. Okay, so that's all for now. These are the different examples of X's we have. That's all for now. Thank you so much for joining. See you in the next.